Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's weekly update. And we have the chart in front of us. This is DXY, a daily chart. It's been big money movement so far. And what we have been waiting for is gradually unfolding, and it's almost ticking every spot, every point that we had been waiting for. But having said that, I'm going to say a couple of things. What makes digital economy or Forex profitable is when you have taken time to study, to get the right knowledge, the right knowledge. I remember years ago when I started trading, all I knew was just the support, resistance, the trend lines, and the key support, the key resistance, which at times appears vague. It will teach you the daily close, the daily open, the week, and all of that. And you begin to use all of these, and before you know it, you make some gains, you lose some money, and it's not just working. And I began to ask myself, there is something more I need to know, until I discover what the wave is all about and what structure is all about. And that has added a whole lot of new dimension, for me to understand those things I knew, or that I first learned back then about the support, resistance, the trend line, and how to use them based on the structure that is unfolding. So it's all about structure. It's all about if you have an architect, to draw, a plan of a building for you, you see the plan, and as it's being laid, you begin to see it more and more and more. So it's just about that. So you have an advantage over someone who does not know anything about wave and structure. So when you know about wave and structure, you have an added advantage, because the problem is this: you are looking at resistance here and support here, and you don't know when price is going to pull to this side. Nobody could have said, okay, you said, oh, you've been an uptrend here, and that price is going to do this and come to this point. You never can even tell that it's going to be explosive to the downside. So, but your knowledge of wave and structure is what would help you to see, this is what I'm expecting, this is what we are anticipating. And just like a trend trader, a support and resistance trader will look at, trade in maybe two scenarios or perspective. The same way we trade on structure and structure and wave, we look also in our trades in different scenario or perspective. But our bias will be strong in the kind of direction that we expect the price to. So we never miss the direction. We are sure, we are about 90 to 99% sure of the direction of the trade, maybe the ultimate direction of the trade. So the immediate is what we have to piece out, as we're getting the information that the price is trying to print. They will begin to see, oh, this is what is unfolding, this is where we are going next. And that is where we are now. When you want to buy as a support or a trend trader, all you have learned to do is, okay, ratio 1 to 4, ratio 1 to 2, ratio 1 to 3, that is in terms of your risk and your reward. Your risk and reward, 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 1 to 5. If you see 1 to 10, you're not even sure if it's going to reach there. And to say that your risk reward ratio is 1 to 10, it means that you are gambling, or you think that it's going to get there. You're not so sure. But what dimension the wave and structure are thrown into it, it's to actually tell this is at least where this thing should get to. And that is what we are about seeing. Now, we've been talking about this in this daily chart. We've been talking about this, that we need to, after this movement and this big correction in the middle that has gone for more than a year now, we need a price to break to the downside to at least give us an 100 extension to the downside. Now, again, we have seen this move and we know that this is the first correction. And we now add an A, B, C of a B and the last C, which is the 5 waves. So we understand that this is 5 waves, and we understand that this is also the 5 waves of the B. So of the A. So this B wave in the middle gives us the low, the all-time low, and the C wave to the upside gives us the borderline, the top resistance. So what we want price to do is the price still going to break this resistance, or the price going to break this support. Once we break this support to the downside, then we can say 100% that wave 3 has kicked into motion. But as a structure and wave trader, we should also be able to tell that what we are seeing looks like wave 3 or not. And that is what we are about seeing now. So we saw these limits here, the resistance and the support. And so that has formed the whole of these to this side will be seen as a wave A, and these to have completed with wave B, and the move that we are seeing to the downside will complete a wave C. So what we are seeing now is that the price, after this move to the upside, has been able to break, is now breaking, creating a lower low and a lower high now. That's what we are seeing. So price broke this support, and it has broken this support now. So the last support area is where we are expecting price to break. Now, for most people that trade support and resistance, probably they will expect reactions here or reactions around this area. That when you come to this area, probably you will react to move to the upside, you know. And when they see that, they will be looking at reaction around this area for the price to return back to the upside, saying that this is an uptrend. So they will say, okay, price will come, bounce back here and go back to the upside. But that is not what we are saying. We, as structured traders, we are not saying that. We know even if price is going to react at this low here, the only thing is that price may just choose to correct the old movement from here to the upside before we see a further decline. That is what we can see if that happens. But again, price may violate it. Now, let's continue with what I'm saying here now. So we are seeing these after this B and A and B, we see this as the first 5 waves to the downside as a 1 with 1 of C. Now we have seen this as wave 1 of C, and now this is a wave 2 of C. So wave C usually appears bigger than a wave A in terms of the internal architecture. So wave C is what we are seeing developing now. So a 1 of C, a 2 of C, and this is going to be the 3rd wave of C. And before you even begin to see, okay, you are going to get a bigger 4th wave correction, you should expect at least once this take this low, you should expect at least before you begin to say, okay, maybe I want to relinquish some positions as a swing trader or position trader, you want to see that at least, let me see the structure build up to a 161.8 of This move from here to here down to here, at least 1.618, extension. That is the minimum. And that is the advantage of being a wave and structure trader. So, and as it's continuing, we will know if the structure of wave 3 will be completed at least that level or not. Now, again, we have a 2, then inside of the 3 coming to the downside, this looks like a 1 and a 2. We are going to look at the 3, not with this 1 as a 1 and a 2, a 3. We are going to look at, this is what a 1 to 2 and a 3 will give us to the downside. And again, we're going to also look at what extension is 100. At least this wave C should mark at least 100 of the downside extension. It may do more than that. So let me bring out my drawing. So my drawing, this is A and this is B. The 100 extension is at this level here. So we expect at least price to reach about 91,400 area minimum to complete the movement before we see any upside. Again, price may do more than that and test this area of, this is 123, 138, and 1618 here. So these are the areas that price may test without breaking this low. So we don't expect price to break the low of 81,600 if price wants to reverse back to the upside. And that's still a long way to go. So, and a breach in this to the downside tells us that is a trend change, a long-time trend change, that the price will continue to go down. But for now, we are still in a corrective mode that should get between here and here. Now, with this move so far of 1 and a 2, a 161.8 should be here. So you don't have to close anything. Any correction you see, you begin to take another trade. You had to positions until you get to this point. That's what we do. That's what we do. So that's a big movement. So you continue to add positions until you get at least to this point and you decide, okay, which ones do I want to relinquish here, and see if we are going to now begin to see a fourth wave. So because if price should want to do an 100 extension to the downside here, then we should begin to see the fourth wave being given up here, and which will be also like a larger correction, like we see, this as the zigzag to the upside of the second wave here. So the fourth wave probably will, of course, more consolidation that will take more than 3 weeks or 4 to form. We should see that after breaking this area, fourth wave will be given to the upside here. Then we should now do a fifth wave here. I'm just saying. But price may continue to not to react at 161.8, may react at about 2 or 2.23 or 21618, But what we now need to guide ourselves is the way price will react to this trend line, because we are inside of a wave 3. So the day price will break this trend line signifies that we are done with wave 3. So wave 3 is building up. The day we break out, then we know that we are done with wave 3. Now, another thing I want us to pay attention to as this is developing is this. There are possibilities of, this has broken here, and would you think that this is going to turn up again and not take this low? But I believe this is going to take this low. Why? So we are seeing that it has taken it to the downside. Why do I think it's going to take that low? Let's look at this retracement. I'm trying to fine tune let's look at this retracement. Let's take this to the upside, the retracement to the downside of wave C. So we can see that price had violated 85. So it has violated 76. Even from 76, you know, X wave or whatever is not possible again, even if you are within a triangle. So this has given a clue, breaking 85 has given a clue that this will continue to go. We may have some pullbacks, will continue to go until it breaks this low. We may have reactions here now. So we know now that the momentum will not stop until it breaks that low. Now, we are saying this as a 2 to this first wave here. This is a 2 to this first wave here. And the immediate wave here of 3-1, we have seen this and as a 2. Now, this is forward looking. We can't say that the movement here is a 2 to this one. This one is not a 2 to this movement down here. So we are seeing probably a 1-2, a 1-2. Let me try and zoom in for you to understand what I'm trying to say. So we are seeing a formulation of a 1 and a 2. Price began to go down. Did this again, probably a 1 and a 2, which is like nesting, a 1 and a 2. That is what we are seeing. We are seeing a 1 and a 2, a 1 and a 2, and price is nesting. So if we get a reaction, we must pay attention to the kind of correction we are going to get after seeing that reaction. Is it going to be a pull when we get here? Is it going to be a pullback? Because again, we may be seeing a fourth wave here at this level. Let me zoom in. We are going to look at all that is possible. This trend to the downside, we may see this as the fourth wave, and that the move to the downside may be an extended fifth wave of this cycle, this particular cycle. Might be extended fifth wave of that cycle, and we may just get a reaction around this area. And so if we get that, and if we begin to break above here, then that might mean that we might be seeing a scenario where we are going to correct the entire rally from here to the downside upwards as a 2 to this. So it may just give us that. It may just give us like a 2 to this in case we break this. If price does not take it, we'll know. But again, the magnitude of correction and the way it's going to move is what will tell if you're going to have a deeper pullback or not. The first reaction here will tell to the upside. Will tell if it's going to be a bigger pullback or not, because we'll need to take a daily, you know, resistance. We need to take it with that first push. Once we're able to take the daily resistance with the first push, then that will tell us that we might be seeing a bigger correction, and eventually, the way this one is a 1 and a 2, and this one is a 1 and a 2, we might now see a 1 and a 2. Otherwise, we'll continue to nest and we'll continue to grow until we hit this area minimum. This area minimum. Whatever it is, I don't expect you to relinquish your position. Any correction that you see, be it bigger, be it a small correction, is opportunity to hard to sell because dollar is falling. That is what I can see. So let's go to Euro dollar. We go to Euro dollar. The explanation that I just gave on DXY is the inverse of it. You can see that this is a B wave, the limit of B wave support, and the A wave here. Then this is, in fact, this one is far deeper than what you saw with a DXY. So let's see what we are seeing here. Let me bring out those drawings. It's the same explanation. So looking at this one, when you are doing your analysis on higher time frame, is just for you to get an idea of what we are trying to draw. So okay, so where are we now? in terms of retracement, price had broken 88. This is 88. Price had broken 88. Price had even broken 90. So we can see that this is going to come here, probably get a reaction. We might get a reaction. So if we do get a reaction, then it might now be we are correcting the entire rally from here to this up, and we probably will see a 2. Because for now, what we have in front of us here, after the C area here, we have seen a 1, A, B, C of a 2. Then the internal structure of wave 2 itself, this is like the first wave, which is like a 1, and this may eventually be an A, B, C of a running flat to the upside. So the low that price, so this has given us a running flat, you know, A, B, C, that's a running flat. So that's what I can see here on euro dollar. So the low, we don't expect price to take. If we're going to get a much bigger correction, anything we get is for us to push in. So that's the limit that price will not take for now, because we are actually pushing to the upside. So we've not seen a big pullback or a big correction, but like a 1, 2, a 1, 2, like this is a 1, 2, a 1, 2 here, and this has been going up. So this might just be a 4th wave here, like I said on DXY. We might be getting a reaction to finish a 5th wave here, and we'll now see this from here to here as the first completed cycle, and we might be getting a bigger correction. So once the correction breaks this, it's a bigger correction. So, but we need to first take this out to know that we are done with this move. Once we take it out, then we should be anticipating a much bigger correction for the way it's going. So we might be getting a WXY or not. But my advice is that don't trade, don't counter trade. It's dangerous. When we have a structure like this and we have a knowledge, it is not advisable that you want to counter trade and sell, because the trade might just give you an ABC and it will continue. So the ABC is what you get, then it continue to go up. But if you're going to get a much deeper pullback, a WXY, the best is to first say, okay, let's complete ABC. If it's going to be a W, we will know. So at the low of your A of your C, you can take a buy. In this case, take a buy. So, and as it's going up, you are anticipating the price, the way it's going to push up. Is it going to give you a X wave, or it's going to give you another massive wave of 5 to the upside? So if it's going to give you 5 to the upside, you know that it's going to end there, and price is not going to come back to the downside. It will just give you an ABC and you are riding up. But again, if it gives you an X and begins to come down to break the low, you may decide to close or not, knowing that we are moving to the upside. You know, it depends on the kind of risk you want to take, and you may decide to probably see another wide leg to the downside, put in another position to go up. And that is what we are expecting without taking this low. I don't expect that price is coming to take this low now. I don't expect that. So we can see a bigger correction or not. And that's where we're going to approach this. And where ultimately would you think of, okay, possibly a relinquished position, you know, at least we will expect an A, a 1, and a 2, a 161.8. So we are almost, we have not even gone to touched 1.1200. So the price at least will still get to 1.17500 before we even think of, you know, having to do a bigger fall, you know, if we are going to end at 100 here. So we still have a long way to go. So we can add a couple of trades and get big bonuses for ourselves. So we at least price will not give the 4th big wave until it's done another 600 plus pips. So we are looking at how to even make, you know, some trades in between before we get here. Price will not until it gets here. And what price we do once price is done with 3 is that price is going to first finish the internal 4 of that wave 3, correct the 4 without breaking the trend line, go up and finish with 5 of 3. And after finishing with 5 of 3, it will now do a major 4 to the downside and go up to finish with 5. And that is when we'll know if price is going to go beyond 100 or not. Again, let me give us a bonus. The bonus is this: if price should go up, break here, or react here and give us a big correction to the downside, if it's not a pullback that is giving us and it's giving us a WXY here, and then price is going to see this as a 1 and a 2. And when price is doing that, price is going to go beyond this to finish with 3. Price may even be coming to this area before you think of finishing with 3. So, and that might be bigger, which may go beyond 100 extension. So there are clues that we'll get until we have to see the wave 3 as it develops, and it gives us more clearance, more push to correct. The more the price corrects, the more higher the price is going to go. The more deeper correction that it gives us, the more higher it's going to go. So that's the bonus I'm going to give us here. So we know what to do. These are not levels you want to take a new buy, of course. If you have not been buying from below, these are not areas you want to take a new buy. These are areas you should be looking for. Keep your position right from the below, and you look for reactions. And if you get an ABC, take it and buy. If it grows into a WXY, good for us. That is what I will say here. So let's look at the other instrument, Nzdusd Xauusd. Nzdusd Xauusd. And you see the advantage and the power of knowledge and patience have given us this, that we are seeing this. I did I think a video I sent us to us on in-depth analysis on WSY, on Nzdusd Xauusd on a weekly time frame. So we are seeing this as an A and a B. So if this is an A and a B, this also are giving us an A, B, C, and okay, A here of the B, A, B, C of B. This in the middle finished the B wave. This is an A wave of that B. The B wave and the C wave to have finished this as A, B. Now we are seeing a bigger C to the upside, and the bigger C to the upside, we know where exactly we can have it. And this is the first push of that bigger C. So we will see this as a 1 of that bigger C, just like we saw with Euro dollar and DXY. And this is a 2 of that bigger C. So what the price did is to go up and still try to give, some funny looking, stuff here. That's, they will always do that. The institution, financial institution will always do that if you don't know what you are doing. So they did an ABC, and as if that should be enough. And they now did, okay, this ABC, they now did this as a B again to go down and give a truncated C. In this regard, a truncated C, and they do that to confuse you. And this came down sharp, okay? Even broke the low here, but without taking this low. And we adjusted here. Price had pushed up to break this high now. And you won't see it coming. And this is impulsive. You see the way it's going up, it's quite impulsive. It's going up impulsively. And what next now? Let me bring out my drawing. What next on here? And if I zoom out a bit, if you have not watched that video on in-depth analysis of Nzdusd Xauusd, you can go back and look at it, on my channel. In-depth analysis of Nzdusd Xauusd. So we are seeing this as the first wave to the downside here, And we are potentially seeing this as an A, B, and a C of wave 2 in the purple. So this may be a wave 1, just like the wave that is coming. And so this may be A, B, C, which is a wave 1, and this is a wave 2, the way it's going. So now a wave 2, then the first wave of 3 is this one to the downside, which is 1 in the blue. We are seeing that this is correcting this to the upside, a 2 in the blue. Now, a 2 in the blue, this is the resistance we don't want to take for now. This resistance here at 74, 700, 074, 700. So we don't expect price is going to take here. Now, let's now come back here. That we are now correcting a 2, the second wave to the upside. That is what we've been saying now. So this correction of second wave to the upside, this is the A part of it, which has gone impulsively, and this gave a clue that we're going to have a zigzag to the upside. Now, in our having a zigzag, we have seen A and a B, and a C should be terminating around this area, okay? So now the B is done. We have seen C building up that will terminate around this area. Of course, it can get here, okay? Now, a C, the one part, the 1, 2, we are seeing the third wave. Now, the third wave that is going up of the C as a 1 and a 2, the third wave at least should push up to a 161.8, just like I did with DXY and Euro dollar. So the 161.8 should be around this area here, around 68, 160. So if you are adding any positions, you just continue to add any pullback or any deep correction, continue to add until we get here. Now, the good thing again, we can see here, because it's going to give a zigzag, an 100 zigzag will fall around this area. Let's see. Let's do it again. I know 161.8 is here. I think 100 is around this area. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Okay, let's see. And let me just give us from this area to that point back to 2. Okay, yes. Exactly. 100 is around this area. This is where we expect 100. So the price may react exactly here at 100, and price may do more than that. But what I see is that price is going to do more than 100, and I will tell you why. I will tell you why. That price is most likely is going to do more than 100. I will tell you why. This is 100 here, and price is going to do more than 100. I will tell you why. Okay, just listen to me. The 161.8 of this move of 1 to 2 here will slightly fall above 100 here. So I expect price will tick this area before we see a 4th wave and 5th wave. And I will tell you that I think price may be stalling around this area. This area here, around 7,400, is where I expect price is going to shift and begin to come to the downside. Now, this is 100. Why do I think that price may do more than 100? Let's look at the old retracement, because that has more power than anything. So from the red, which is where this wave came down, to where we are seeing a push up for now, a 61.8 is here. So the 61.8 is not going to be used in this case because it will not be complete for wave 3. Okay, it will not be complete for wave 3 because wave 3 will meet is 161.8 around this area. It won't be complete for wave 3. So this is it's just like 40% likely that price is going to begin to push down from here, but it's more likely that price is about 70% likely that price will get here. Okay, and why do I think that price also is not going to move past this? Because in terms of the entire retracement, it does not form any fib retracement value to this move to the downside. So around this area of 76, where we have the yellow, that's 76. And this area where we have the blue at 78 retracement. So at 78 retracement, that is where exactly that I might see price coming to at 78. So because once price begins to push beyond 85 around this area, that means price most likely is going to break the top. So the reaction should be around between here and here. So the where you should be looking for to relinquish and to take new position is around 76 retracement around here, and not more than this. So that's what I can see. So this resistance here is what is going to send the price back to the downside. The resistance here is what, let me just give you right there. So we can see that now, and you will see the way it's going to play out. Not even this resistance, it is this resistance here. This one here is capable of pushing the price back to the downside. That's at 88. That is what I see. So now, let me zoom in again. So we are seeing with 3 developing. So this may continue to go up, react around this area to give us, you know, it could give us a bigger pullback or not. It might just continue to give us a small pullback. If it's an ABC, we'll take it. If it's a WXY, we'll take it, just like euro dollar. So you continue to take whatever it gives you. ABC, get in from the C. If it's going to go up and come down, don't be confused. It just wants to give you a Y. That's the thing. It just want to give you a Y for more push to the upside. That's what you should be expecting and expecting from here. And these are the areas you think, okay, you want to be very careful buying at this area. Price will still get to this point, and you can relinquish your bigger positions here and see if price is going to come to this area and begin to look for your sell around this area. So we'll still have how many pips to run? We still have at least about 815 pips to the upside. So which is quite big. You will still get your opportunity. So I need to clarify that. I need to clear your head. I need to give you that confidence that anything you see, ABC or WXY, take. If you are thinking it's going to be a WXY and you want to sell, price may catch you. And that is what we saw during the week, because dollar actually is falling. And these are areas of increased volatility. The price is going to break up explosively. So having said that, let's go to gold. I did an extensive analysis on gold, and I said we are yet to hit the area of where I gave us an area of 25.47. That price may get to 25,550 or 25,660. Area that you want to look for your sell. That is where it's going to complete. So what we are seeing here is that we are still seeing the third wave. This may just be the 5th wave of the third wave that is going to terminate around that area. And so once we do that, we want to see a bigger correction to sell bigger wave 4, which may react around this area, because we are seeing this move here as the internal structure of 4 of 3. So wave 3 that is going up is not completed yet. So this is a wave 1 of the ending diagonal, a wave 1, a wave 2, and the entire run here is still a wave 3. So of the ending diagonal, get it again, a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3. So this is like the 4th wave of that wave 3, and this is going up to finish off the wave 5 of 3. So thereafter, we'll see a bigger drop, about 3,000 or 2,005 drop to the downside to correct the major 4 for more deviation. Then we'll now see the last one that may go up as the 5th wave, which may probably extend close to 3,000 or thereabouts. And after that, then it may coincide with when dollar is going to get the strength to push hard to the downside again. So that's what we are seeing here. So going inside of the 4-hour time frame on gold. So on gold, that's one thing about correction at times. See what, we thought that price will not break this low, at least for now. Price just did this, and gave us a bigger correction, A, B, C, and we thought it was going to give us a WXY, but price had broken the limit of X now, and price is going to be, this is quite impulsive. It started with the correction, trying to fool anyone to think that it's going to do an X, drop more to the downside to give a Y before going up. So, but now price is pushing to the upside. So if we get a reaction again, a small reaction is to buy, not to sell, until we get to that area. So that's what I want to tell us now. Price are giving us a this, and any ABC correction we get, just look for to hard position until we get to at least 25.47. So that is why we are going to. And with that, I may be drawing close to where I'm going to end today's update. You are going to get good morning. Let's look at USDJPY. USDJPY is not getting to where I want it to get to. So we're going to wait and see how we get there. So what this has done is to push down. The more down this one pushes without breaking this low, then we're going to get the C wave that is going to pump right up like a flash to the upside. It's going to be impulsive. The C wave will be impulsive. When you see an impulse going to the upside, just know it's C wave. And at that point, if you want to buy USDJPY, you may decide to do that. Yeah. And I believe this is the area, around this area, that we might just get the reaction to go to the upside without taking low. So if you want to take a little risk, I don't see this breakdown for now. That would be something else if it does that. But you never say never. When it comes to yen, so this is 76 area. So let's see. Once we get a reaction here between 76, 78, we may decide to buy a small lot size because it's risky buying from this level, but we may want to buy from here. And so when we now get a push that will take this green out, once we take this green out, we're going to take this out. Then you now begin to see a scenario of a B where this reacts, and you look for your 100, 123, 161.8 to the upside. Around that area, we may be coming down. I believe that price may not go beyond this resistance zone area. This is where I think price may get to. And at this point, when you get a sell setup, yeah, you can look for a big right to the downside. At least that's what we're expecting. I think with that, I've come to the end of today's the next week update or analysis. Bye.